Well, how about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. Out at the farm this morning, when I was pulling in, I could already tell we've got some new babies on the ground. But where I left you off in the last video is we had our Spanish Kiko cross kid where the mother was not doing well, and actually we lost the mother, or actually I put the mother down yesterday afternoon. She wasn't going to pull through. I talked to a vet tech that we actually bought Thunder from, and he thinks it was probably pregnancy toxemia. I don't know a whole lot about pregnancy toxemia. I'll look into it and maybe I can explain it a little bit better in another video. But yesterday afternoon we had a doe, a mature doe that's always raised great kids, give birth to some twins, and I grabbed the baby, threw it in there with her, rubbed the birthing sac, all that stuff all over the baby, and she was taking it. I saw the baby suck it twice off of her yesterday afternoon. So everything is hopefully going good there. We're gonna go up there, we're gonna see how they're doing this morning. I left her and her two babies plus that one locked up together last night, and hopefully that bonding process is solidifying and she's gonna take them all. But like I said a second ago, we've got some new babies on the ground, so we're gonna go see what we've got. Our big doe, our big Savannah doe, she's laying beside three babies, so I'm thinking she had triplets. And we're gonna go up here, we're gonna ear tag some babies this morning. I'm gonna explain my ear tags. I better get on it. I've got quite a few to ear tag this morning. I got to get on it before they can get away from me. Some of these little jokers are already getting a little speed to them. So we're gonna get up here, check out everybody, make sure everybody's doing good, and I think it's gonna be a good day on the goat farm, hopefully. So here's our big Savannah doe, and she's got three pretty big babies. Hey guys, let's get everybody up so you make sure everybody's ate some. Man, y'all are some big chunks. Yeah, you got a full belly, little buck. What about you? Little doe. What about you? Another little doe. Two does and a little buck. Fresh to the farm. Looks like they were probably born late yesterday afternoon, maybe last night. They're pretty dry. I left the farm yesterday afternoon about 7. They wasn't here then. It's about 7 in the morning now. They're here now, so. Looks like everybody's ate. Everybody looks pretty healthy. Keep an eye on them, make sure this mama's doing good with these triplets. Don't really see anybody else that's had any kids over the night. Anybody else? Got some mamas that are close, but don't really see any. Man, you want another bottle? Yesterday I tried to feed this guy 3 times and he wouldn't eat the whole time. So I'm assuming he's getting milk from his mom now, or enough to sustain him. We might try to give him a bottle here in a little while. So towards the end of the last video, I said I was going to set up some little pens for our doeling when they had twins yesterday. And this mom that's still being a bad mom, she's not letting this little girl back here suck. The little girl doesn't do the best job of finding the teat. I really think something is wrong with this little kid, and the mom knows it. But we're still gonna keep trying to see if we can get her on teat. I've got some colostrum made up. We're gonna feed her real quick. This other mom, she's doing really good with her 2 kids. I think I'm about to ear tag these 2 babies and go ahead and let her out and kind of watch her, make sure she takes her babies with her, just doesn't run off and leave them. But you can tell by the way they're jumping around. They've eaten, they're feeling good. The one on the right is the little male. He looks just like his daddy, but brown instead of black. First, let's go check on this little Spanish baby. I've got them locked up in this little lean-to over here. We're gonna get them out. The mom is letting her nurse. We might go ahead and let that doeling out, move them over there, open this barn up. We are supposed to get a couple showers today, so it'd be nice to have this barn open for any moms and babies that need to get out of the rain. So let's just get in here and see how she's doing with her 2 babies, but we added 1. I really did not want to do that, but we're starting to get into a circumstance that that was the only option that we had. If not, we're going to be bottle feeding that baby. And bottle feeding's fine if you want to do it, but there's nothing like a mom's milk to make a baby grow. You're not going to be able to make that baby grow as well as that mom's going to. So our little Spanish baby's under our little hut. You can tell by his butt, he's definitely been eating. Got the colostrum poops. Let's put him up to the mom and see what she does. I would say she has accepted him. Accepted her. She thinks she has triplets. So I'm gonna get started ear tagging this morning. I've got probably about 10 babies to ear tag, I think. But what we're gonna be using is 3 different ear tags. So two of them are the exact same, they're just different color. But what we're using for our males this year is, this is just our scaby tag. It's got our farm identification number, the number of the goat, and just these are free from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This is what I use for our males. I'm not gonna go spend any money on tags if we know that we're gonna sell all our males anyways. So that's what I use for them. I do have some Premier One tags left over from last year. We might use those eventually after I run out of the tags that we have now. But for all the babies that are born by Clyde, so Clyde was bred to all our mature does. They're gonna get one of these yellow tags, all our doelings. They're gonna get a yellow tag. The 3 stands for 2023, 0, and then the number, the order they came in. So we've already got a couple of them tagged where there'll be like 3001 and so on. I got all the way up to 20 on his tags. You have to order them at 20 at a time. So all the kids with the yellow ear tag will be Clyde. So whenever we're sorting off breeding groups, we know yellow tags go in this pen, green tags are going to go in another pen. That's who's going to get bred to a different buck, so we're not inbreeding. So Thunder babies, which he bred all our doelings, are going to be our green tags. And what I did with those, I just did the same 2023. That's what the 3 stands for. And from these, I went from series of numbers from 21 to 40. So our numbers are not going to be exactly in line about what baby came at what time, but we will know who their daddy is by the color of their ear tag. So it's just going to make it simpler whenever we go to sort in the future. And also in the future, whenever we're selecting cull does, we're looking to see who's been here the longest. And it's time to kind of refresh the herd. We can look at their ear tag and just tell exactly how old they are. So right now, with the number of goats that we have, ear tagging is possible for us, and we have enough that we should be ear tagging so we can keep track of. Because honestly, I look at these doelings from last year, and half the time I can't even remember who their mom was, unless I go back to the book or something like that, which I rarely do. But it's nice to be able to do that if you want to. So whenever you're culling, you have that option. But with the number of kids that we have and the does that we have, and our does are pretty tame for us moving them every day, and I can't go out and pet them or all that. But I'm not too worried about going up to that baby and that mama just booking it, leaving the baby and not coming back for the baby, which, I mean, that could happen even on a small scale like this. So right now we're still tagging. As we continue to grow and get bigger and bigger herds, we will probably stop the ear tagging whenever we're kidding, and probably wait till whenever we bring them in to do vaccinations and neutering and stuff like that. We'll probably wait to ear tag them then. We'll just have to wait and see as we grow. But for right now, this is still what we're gonna do. And it's just easiest way to keep them apart. So I'm gonna grab a couple, I'm gonna start ear tagging. I doubt I'm gonna record them all, because like I said, I got a bunch. I'm here by myself, so it ought to be fun. So I thought I was hitting record I was explaining about our 2 applicators that we use. We use this one for our white tags that we get from the government, and then this one for our other tags. Our tags have our scabies number on them on the back side. It has just the goat's number and an NF for Nicholson Farms. But we went ahead and got these 2 done. As you can see, this one's sporting a brand new green tag, and we let the mom out. We're gonna keep eye on the babies and the mom and just make sure that they kind of find each other and bond back up, and that she doesn't just walk off and leave them completely. She's over there getting some mineral. I'm sure she needs some. She's been locked in the pen for a couple, close to 18 hours now. So getting some water, getting some mineral. She had some water, and I gave her some hay yesterday afternoon, but looks like she spilled her water at some point last night. But I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna go ahead and get all these babies that I can tagged, and we'll catch back up with you. And we should be on baby watch the rest of the day. And I'm gonna try to get into the garden today and plant some tomatoes. So we'll be back and forth all day in this video, from the garden up here to the goats, dodging the rain. It looks like it's starting to cloud up now. So I'm gonna get busy and get everybody ear tagged real quick, and then we'll catch right back up with you. Well, I got everybody ear tagged. We have 18 babies, 9 mamas. We did lose that 1 mom, so we're sitting at 200% with all these triplets that's happening. That's the second set of triplets we've had this year. All the babies look healthy, good to go. Stress-free morning here at the farm so far. I should probably knock on some wood. Good turn, but we're not quite halfway done with our does kidding. We still got quite a few to go, but everything's looking good up there. That 1 baby that the mom's not fully accepting, she is after that teat some, so she latched on for the first time by herself. So we got some progress there. We're gonna leave that mom locked up for another couple days and see if we can make it happen. But since the goats are taking care of themselves like they're supposed to, let's go jump in the garden. I'm about a week and a half late on planting all these plants. We got to get started. I want to get them in the ground before the rain comes today. So let's go see if we can plant some tomato plants. All right, so we're about to get started planting tomatoes. Yesterday I stretched out a line, so I got a nice straight line. We got 48 better boys we're gonna plant, and then 18 beefsteaks and a couple odds and ends things we're gonna plant. Most of this row is gonna be better boys and beefsteaks, pretty much all of it. We're gonna go through, drill a hole with our little auger, throw a little rabbit manure in the bottom of the hole, bury our plants as deep as possible, tear off them bottom leaves, bury them, and put them in the ground. My dad likes to use Epsom salt.
Makes it taste better.
He says.
Gives it a better taste.
I don't take the time to do that. We just put the rabbit manure in and we'll run with it. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Well, we've got our tomato plants planted. We've got 65 tomato plants on this row right here. You can barely see them. They're not the biggest tomato plants, and they kind of blend in with all that winter pea that we've got tilled in there. But we planted 12 beefsteaks, and then the rest of them is going to be better boys. 1 whole row of tomatoes is what we're going to be growing, so we'll have plenty to can, put away, and also sell at the farmer's market. We're going to run up and check on the goats real quick. I'm probably going to let that mom out that's got the 3 babies locked up out. I might go ahead and let that one that we're trying to still get that baby to suck on out. Just let her graze for a little while. We'll pin her up after a while, but we're going to do that, and then we're going to come back and got a bunch of squash and some cucumbers to plant as well. Let's drop some more mineral for the girls. They're pretty much out. I guess they're pretty excited about it. They all came up here. I was hoping they wouldn't because I got the truck in here and now I got to watch for little babies when I move. But I went ahead and opened the gate for the mama that was in this lean-to over here. Let her get some mineral, let her get some grass. I think we're about to open the gate for this girl as well. I know we got the little girl's belly full this morning. We'll see if we can get her up. Maybe let her nurse just for a second, and then I'm gonna open the gate and let this girl out for a little while. We'll probably pin her back up here after a while. Well, I changed my mind on this doe. We're gonna leave her in there longer. She just made me pretty hot. She's still kicking at that baby. I don't know. I just don't understand. The baby is hers. She sucked off of her for 3 days now. The milk from her is going through her system. She should have that scent. I don't know. We're just gonna leave her in there until she accepts the baby. It might take a week, but she's gonna stay in there. I'll keep bringing her hay. I'll bring her some grain. But I'm not going to give up on that situation yet. She's not very abusive to the baby. If she was abusive to the baby for like biting, butting her, or anything like that, I would take that baby out of that situation. But she just, every time that baby gets to the teat, she just kind of picks up her leg and moves out the way. So we're going to leave her in there for a while longer. Cross our fingers. Maybe it's going to pay off. But we're going to just leave all these guys alone. Let these babies kind of venture. Make sure everybody looks pretty good. Don't really see anybody going into the labor at the moment. I did have a doe. I don't know where she's at now. She's over here. This big old doe over here was kind of venturing off by herself whenever I was walking up. And she's kind of headed back that way now. So we're going to keep an eye on her. She is a doe that I am concerned about. She has huge teats, and I should have culled her out of the herd already. This will be her last year here. She raises good babies. It's just she has some pretty big teats, and it's pretty hard for a newborn baby to latch on. So we want to keep an eye on her, see if we need to assist, we can lock her up and try to make sure those babies are getting what they need right off the bat, get those teats milked down some. So everything looks good in the goats. I guess we're going to get back to the garden. Well, we've got another baby. The doe that I was talking about that looked like she was about to go in labor is up here beside it, but she is not the mom. This black-headed doe right here is the mom. I think this doe is trying to claim it. She's about to go in labor. We're gonna take this baby, put it with the correct mom in a stall, and let them bond, because this is a first-time mom. That black-headed doe. Want to make sure they bond up properly. I don't know if she's gonna have another one or not. She must have just had it. See if I can get her in that stall. Come on, girl. You gotta go in the barn. Let's go. Hey. No, come on. Let's go. Oh. There you go. All right, let's go. Get out. You're not the mom. Let's go. You're definitely not the mom. Sorry for the filming. You're not the mom. Put you over here. Let's go. Go up in there. Whew. We got our two moms separated. This doe right here is very, very close to kidding. She was actually set up by herself. I ran to the store. She was set up by herself up here behind the barn. I thought she was probably getting close to kidding, but I just went down to the house and started messing around, doing some other things in the garden, waiting for her to kid. And then I heard a bunch of hollering. So I kind of looked up here and I saw where we had a new baby, started walking up here, realized that this doe had kidded and that mama was trying to take the baby. This is a first-time mom. She is right at 2 years old. I tried to breed her last year. She didn't breed. So this is going to be her first kid as a 2-year-old. So I'm gonna back off and give her some space, let her bond with that baby. I really wish we didn't have that disruption, but she might have another one. I'm not sure. She hasn't passed her afterbirth yet. So we're gonna back off and just kind of give her some space, let her bond up with this baby. She is licking it, but as the baby gets close to the udder, she steps away. But that's pretty typical of a new mom. I'm sure everything's gonna come together in her head here in just a second, or at least we hope so. Well, while y'all are watching those two, I think little girls, I know one's a little girl, I'm not sure about the other one, but while y'all are watching that, we actually had another little girl born down here at the end of the pasture. We're gonna take a look at her, and then we're gonna probably wrap this video up. It's only 1 o'clock and we've already had 7 babies hit the ground. I think this video is probably getting a little bit long. And if we start having some more kids later on this afternoon, I guess I'll break the camera back out and we'll do some more recording. But we've got another little girl down here to a second-time mom. She only had one. She had twins last year as a doeling. I don't know if that just so much stress on her then. She didn't fully recover to have twins. Either way, she was a good mom last year. I'm not too worried about her. We're not gonna have to lock her up or anything like that. But we're not gonna get too close. She's not the tamest doe, but here she is with her little daughter. So that makes 11 mamas, I think. 11 mamas and 22 babies is what we have now. And so we're not even halfway still. I think out of our 34 does, I wanna say 28 of them were bred. At least I think they are. So we still got a lot of babies still hitting the ground here in the next couple weeks. Busy time, busy time. But we did manage to get our little Spanish Kiko kid transferred onto a new mom. So super excited about that. A lot of relief on that. She wasn't looking too good yesterday. At one point, I really thought we were gonna lose the baby too. Unfortunately, we still lost the mom, but we got a nice surrogate mom right here, about to lay Rivers out. But she's taking good care of him. He actually has some yellow poop coming off of her, so that means she's getting plenty of colostrum. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm gonna see if I can get that doeling that we locked up just a second ago to stand for her baby. She's licked the baby off, cleaned it and everything. She's just unsure about when the kid gets close to the udder. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna make sure this mom with these two big teats is able to feed her babies. And actually, let me flip the camera around. I think she's having a third. The baby's coming out backwards. Let me put the camera down. Well, I'm glad I stuck around. That one was coming out backwards. Big old boy. We got him out. We're gonna give her some time to clean these 3 off, and then we're gonna make sure she's nursing all 3 of them. Cool guy with loud exhaust. Well, I'm glad I was up here because that baby was coming out backwards. We got him out. He should be all right. He'll get standing up here in a second. I'm gonna hang out up here for a while, make sure everybody gets the nursing. If you could see the udder on her, she is huge. It's way too big for what a goat should be. So we're gonna make sure all those babies get a chance to latch on and get some milk. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up though. My phone is about to die. I'm gonna go get it on charger, so maybe if we got some more actions later on this afternoon, I can start another video. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us this afternoon. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all in the next one.